Hey besties, welcome back to the Cozy Corner. It's your girl Jen, and if you're new here, welcome. Just a regular old college student at Cal State Dominguez, but if you're not new here, girls, welcome back to the chaos, and of course, guys are welcome too. So, pardon for the little jump scare here. I'm not gonna lie, I've been reading the Caraval trilogy as part of my July TBR, and I am just absolutely loving it. Okay, if you haven't read the Caraval trilogy, I'll kind of go over it more in my wrap up video, but it's more or less like a carnival type, like mystery game, magic, a little bit of like sprinkle of romance type thing. And I'm adoring the series. I'm on the last book, the finale book, and I'm loving it. So to take inspiration from that, I decided to do sort of like not necessarily Jinx clown, like, League of Legends Jinx, but kind of just like a, clown-ish without looking too clowny, if you know what I'm saying. We're going for a sexy clown, we're going for a cute clown, we're going for, I don't know. But I don't know, the eyeshadow makeup that I use, which is like a bunch of purples and blues and pinks, and I don't know, it just kind of really, I tried at least to capture like the mystery of like magic, and like, whenever I think of like a potion of like, I don't know. Sorry, quick side note, but on Instagram, I've been seeing all over like these bougie wines and like alcoholic drinks mixed with like this shimmery like dust, and the drink just looks super sparkly. Like that's the look I was going for. If you know, you know it, but if you don't know, I'm sorry. Right? So anyways, in this video, we're going to be going over our August TBR, and guys, do we have a doozy. So we do have like, I think 8 books in this pile, but I also have two more books on my iPad for me to keep like track of everything. So solid month of reading. I do start school this month. Well, technically it's still the month of July, but we're talking about August, right? I do start school for the fall semester like around the end of August. So hopefully I'll be able to finish all these bad boys, but if not, no big deal, right? I am trying so hard not to talk about the books that I read last month because that's all the whole point of this video. But next week, I'll be going over my July TBR wrap up video, and I just have so much to say. But we're not doing that today. We're going over the books that I'm going to read next month. And yeah, so, anyways, without further ado, without like really trying, next month's reads are going to be kind of like inspired. Well, half of last month's reads plus next month's reads are kind of inspired by my favorite booktubers, like top favorite reads, or like cozy reads, or like nostalgic reads. Like every time that she recommends something, she's always talking about these. So Jamie, if you're watching, hey girl, I love your I love your videos. I love your books that you recommend. Literally every time that you recommend a book, I tend to really like it, or to like rate it really high. Tend to have like similar book recommendation interests, whatever you call it. So anyways, that being out of the way, I am like I said, I am finishing up the Caraval trilogy, and so next month I'll be going into the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. This is within the same world of Caraval, and we're following one of the characters. Like he's kind of like an antagonist, but not the main antagonist of the book, and from what I understand, we're following his story and his romance, and how he's known as, I don't want to spoil it, I don't think this is a spoiler, but like he's based off of a deck of cards, I guess you could say, and he's like this all-powerful being, and he's known to like literally break hearts and kill people with kisses. And so we're following him and this girl named Evangeline. I don't really know what the book is going to be about. I can read on the back where it says, how far would you go for happily ever after? Evangeline Fox has always believed in true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic, immortal Prince of Hearts, but soon she discovers that bargaining with the Prince of Hearts is a dangerous game. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after, or the most exquisite tragedy. And I don't know about you guys, but after going through Caraval and like not listening, but like kind of like being surrounded by mystery and magic and having to win these games to find these prizes that will hopefully help like the main characters to, futures and stuff. After going through all that and now going through this, I'm kind of really excited because it's definitely a change of pace within the same realm. Like I'm hoping that like previous characters that are mentioned in Caraval are like put into this book. Anyway, so yeah. Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, we're going to be going through the entire trilogy. So the second book is The Ballad of Never After, and the last book, actually no, I think this might be the last book. I might have this out of order. I'm sorry, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. And then A Curse for True Love might be the second book, or it might be the last book. I really know like what the first book is called, and that's like Once Upon a Broken Heart, just because like whenever somebody talks about this trilogy, they always mention it as the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. But I don't know why that's so hard to say. And the next book that we're gonna read is kind of like a palate cleanser is The Dangers of Smoking in Bed by Mariana Enriquez. I don't know anything about this book. I'm speculating that it's possibly like a bunch of short stories into one little novela. This I received as a gift, and so I like to, if I receive something, I at least want to like read it as quick as possible so that I can give them my thoughts and maybe they recommend them. Of course, I'm like definitely appreciating it, but like I'm gonna let you know if it's a bad book. Something about me. I of course will read this from front to back. It is a very very short novella, probably like 200-ish pages at the max, maybe 230 at the like that's really pushing it. But I can't wait to give this person my thoughts once I'm done reading it. This was a gift and I really appreciate it. So yeah. Next up we have the Inheritance Games. Now Jamie, don't come for me. I'm so sorry. I know that from what I understand, she enjoyed like the first few books, but of like them, I guess it's like a main trilogy or something like that. But like the latest book that came out, I think is Games Untold or something like that, and she didn't really like it, so don't come for me. But anyways, this is following a girl who's very very poor, which honestly I can relate, right? And one day she receives something that we all wish we could receive, and that's a letter to like have $1 million of inheritance, because that's like life-changing money, right? So in order to do that, she has to come to this mansion of this guy who died that she seemingly unrelated, right? And his whole family is like these what do you call them, like not loan sharks, but like essentially sharks in the water, and she's the blood that's entering the pool, right? So they're all going to be going after her. Nobody knows like what the F is going on, and they're all like, the entire family is wondering like, why in the hell does this little ass girl get this money? Like, what? That's crazy, right? And so there it turns out the grandfather who passed away, I believe he's the grandfather, correct me if I'm wrong, he might be the dad maybe of this family, but he is known for like not solving riddles, but like giving his children and family like these impossible riddles to solve. And I guess this girl, I think her name is Avery. Yes, Avery Grams. Grams. um yeah, so she's now this new riddle that everybody has to solve and like figure out why she's so important. From what I understand, I don't think she's related to anybody. Obviously that would really suck if she was, because there is like a sprinkle of romance in this. I think it's a why choose, but also I don't really like why chooses, because the whole point is like not to choose, and like I don't know, I kind of just want a girl to have a harem one day. Like why not? Like sorry, I used to be like an Otome fan as a kid, and like I used to play this little Otome games, and like oh, not the lights going off. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish up this video because it's not that much longer, and so sorry for the light to just pop out. Like, what's going on? Anyway, so yeah, I used to be a huge like Otome fan. Like, I think it was like Blood and Roses or something like that. It used to be like one of my favorite games as like a little ass kid. Like games that I should not have been playing in the slightest. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna read this entire it's technically okay, I don't even know like how the series goes. I know that there's like a main series and there's like a maybe a prequel or a sequel type of series, but I'm just gonna read all these books. And so the only book that I don't have on my on physical copy is the Games Untold. It's like a novella and short stories type of situation. Oh, okay. And then in September, there's like more books that are within the same series, within the same like universe, I guess. But that's, too far ahead. Girl needs to think, right? Girl needs some time to process and digest, right? But the last book that I don't have, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, is The Sword of Kaigen. Now, Jamie loves this book from what I understand. If I'm totally wrong and you hate this book, Jamie, I'm so sorry. But from what I understand, she really, really, really likes this book. It's based in the same universe as this other series. I'll pop it up here somewhere, but it's like a standalone. Like you don't have to read this previous series to read The Sword of Kaigen. I have no idea what it's about. I'm assuming that like based on the cover art of the book, like at least the main book, like it looks like a samurai person, and that's like really fascinating to me. Love like, I don't know, my favorite anime as a kid was like one of them at least was like Rurouni Kenshin, and guys, The Wanderer, oh my gosh, he's just a sweet bean. And I really want to rewatch the anime, but besides the point, because your girl has ADHD and can stay on topic of for anything to save her life. That is going to be the 11 books that I read that I will plan on reading in the month of August, and I'm just so excited. I don't know where I was going to go with that, but like I'm actually really, really excited. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and like this video. If you guys have any recommendations on books that I should read in the near future, go ahead and put them down in the comments below, because I definitely will be reading them and keeping an eye out for them. And also don't forget to subscribe, because I don't know, your girl has 32 subscribers and I would like to have some more, because your girl like I want to have some new friends, you know what I'm saying? But also click that notification bell so that you never miss when I upload a brand new video. And if you want to know my thoughts on this past month's reads, because it's a freaking doozy, keep an eye out for next week. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.